got our dumpster. The guy was wondering why we got the burned up dumpster. And he says, oh, you're hauling concrete, putting concrete in here? He says, oh, that's why you got the burned up dumpster, because they don't care about it. They don't care how beat up it gets. So, yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
We want to thank RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this video.
You don't maybe realize, our new viewers, that we weren't always in a house. We were actually in an RV, hence the name RV Daydream. But as soon as we got in this house, we knew we were going to get hold of Brooklyn Bedding and get ourselves another mattress for the home. Even though it all started off innocently enough in our RV. We were on the road for 3 years in our RV. We needed a mattress. And as the website indicates, if you click down in the link in the description, rvmattress.com, that is because we did a search for that and they came up. We chose their product, had it delivered. They have a 120-night sleep trial. I knew we couldn't go wrong with that. That's 4 months to try this thing out. And we didn't really know anything about them until then. They have a 10-year warranty on it. They're free shipping. But we found them to be one of the best comfortable mattresses that we've ever owned. And the quality that we get on our sleep's incredible. The thing is we being in a fifth wheel, you would have to get it designed and cut and made specifically for your needs in your fifth wheel. Well, these things are designed in Arizona, and they make them in all different ways, all different manners, for cooling, for more heat, for whatever it is you need. More height, less height, more back support, less back support. Just talk with them. Again, the link will be in the description. And be rest assured, the quality of this thing is really up there. It is not something you're going to get and be disappointed with. Again, you have a 120-night sleep trial to beat it up. But use the code down in the description and this web link, and you'll get 25% off. That is a special code set up for us, and that's on for the whole year. So whether you're in an RV like we see ourselves here, sitting, enjoying our mattress, or now we're in the home and still enjoying yet another Brooklyn Bedding product, be rest assured that you're going to get a very good product. Use the link in the description and get it for yourself. So we're watching TV, or I'm watching TV. Heidi's coming home from work, and it's raining. So you can see we got some pretty good rain going on here, and even though there's a gutter across the front there, it does not work. Oh, Heidi put this seat out here today. Gosh darn it. I don't think she knew the weather was coming, neither did I really. Although it's dry. I love these old porches whenever they were built right, There's enough of an overhang that it pretty much stays dry. I mean, it really does. All right, so she's on her way, and we're going to go check out the basement and see what that looks like. That's an automatic light. That wasn't Alexa doing this. All right, so we're coming down here. You see we already got the paint. We haven't done anything down here, but I want to see if it's getting wet. Because quite honestly, we just haven't had a whole bunch of hard rain like this. And I want to tell you that there is no gutter on the back. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Sometimes the water is up on that block quite a bit, but so far so good. It still looks pretty good in here. I don't see a lot of water coming in anywhere. I mean, it's dry just like it always is. I'll show you where it's probably wet though. I got to turn on the light in here. Well, I got a flashlight. Maybe I'll just use the flashlight. Oh, by the way, the flashlight, it's that one I did a review on before, or I just did an integration. This thing is awesome. It's rechargeable. It's a magnetic rechargeable thing. But let me try to get it, let's try to get it to where it's kind of shocking. Here's your standard flashlight. You can see it's probably getting wet over there. Well, I don't see any water. It's still dry. But this is the standard flashlight, right? And it's on the lowest setting. So let me turn it on the highest setting. Okay, check that out, right? Kind of cool. Let's turn it back on the lowest setting. That's the flashlight. Let's do this is kind of a spotlight. Let's go ahead and do a floodlight. Lights up the whole area. Not too bad, right? How about this? And the camera adjusted for it. Our camera has adjusted for it based on this lighting. It is so bright. Back to what I was doing. Yeah, it's still dry in here. It's all crispy. But this is where it gets wet. You can actually see moisture. It's crystallizing a little bit. It's actually wet there. Barely, but I just showed you the gutter though. That's right outside. You know, it's literally pouring right outside this wall here. So we did some scrubbing and some scratching, and that's why there's all this stuff here. So we got to come in here and sweep again, even though this was all just pressure washed the other day. I put some foam up in there. I've got to do that even more. And yeah, Heidi should be coming home, and that's all I wanted to tell you. The basement's getting ready to get painted, and I'll tell you, it's a good basement. It really. Here's the other place that you can see there's just no gutters, so it just pours right here, and obviously over here too. It's really warm in here. I might have to crack one of these windows open, but this is all wet. There's actually water. I don't know if I'm going to be able to illuminate this at all. Yeah, you can see. Look at the water. That's where I was just checking the basement window there to see if the water was coming in. Outside there, that basement window there's just no gutters. Look, it just runs off the roof. We're having a hard time trying to find people that want to come out and put gutters in. You know, you've got these stupid gutter makers, or not gutter makers, sorry, the filter. Look at this. That's just coming pouring right out of there. That's a little gutter that's right there, and it works, but it don't go anywhere. So it just dumps right there on that brick wall. Oh my word. Oh, I got lights on that out here. I can put a light on. Yeah, you can see there. Look at that. Oh my word. It's just horrible. So, our problem is we just can't seem to find anyone that wants to do, regular work. Just put up a gutter, dude. Let me see if I can get this up so we can see a little better. There we go. Yeah. It's just pouring off. Okay, come down to check again, because now we actually have water that is 1/4 up on the block. I don't know if you can tell there, but I'll get you a little closer. And nothing's coming in. They did a good job with that block. But obviously, this is why I say we need to do a well. We need to do like a window well out here, because that's not the way that stuff's supposed to work. It's very muggy and hot outside, but I wanted to show you our dumpster, our roll-off. We haven't done anything except clean up the front, obviously. But look at how much just the steps and that wall was. Oh, there's a bunch of water in there. Well, it has been raining quite a bit. Remember the other day when I showed you the water up against the window? I think I've got it cured here. Yeah, I think that should take care of it. I'll see. We'll see. We're gonna find out right now. Look at the clouds. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera so well, but man, is it brutal. But the next thing we're going to do is, after we get done with loading all the concrete that we can into the dumpster, you know, making it to where, again, I talk about this 1,000 times, that's level. And at that point, I can fill it with dirt to make it look normal. We'll probably get rid of a lot of these blocks, all the crappy ones. We're going to come back here and we're going to get rid of wood. Now, like stuff like this, you could see, I can load this into the truck, the back of the truck, pretty easy. Stuff that's heaping like this, it's going to be kind of hard, and it has to do, obviously, with the shape of the wood and everything. So, I bought one of these cheap little things. And my son says, does that even work? And I said, I don't even know. He says, will that work? I said, I don't know. So that's what I'm out here to find out. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I didn't charge the battery or anything. And they gave me with 2 batteries. It's only 20 volts, so I don't expect it to be anything great, but better than getting out the pole saw. Wow. Like I said, this storm's right up on us, but yeah, I wanted to try this. This wood here is crazy. Look at this. Should have made canes out of this or something, right? Well, that makes short work of it. This stuff's easy to cut. This is not so much easy to cut. Well, it did pretty good. Like I said, I haven't charged these yet. You better run. You try to beat that storm. Yeah, the storms are coming in here pretty good. We did have, let me think. We did have tornado warnings, but I think they shut those down. We're testing out the T-Mobile home internet in conjunction with the home internet that we already have through EasyCom. The reason being is I have so many cameras. I mean, we have cameras everywhere. And sensors on doors and garage openers and Alexa dots, Echo shows. We just have so many devices in our home security that we wanted to make sure that we had a redundant system. And I told her, so much try out that home internet with T-Mobile one. They say put it in an upstairs window and try to put it on the side of the wall that it tells you to. It's got a placement thing on the app, tells you where to put it, and this is where it told me to put it. So, oh, and also look at those big flowers over there. There's some sort of milkweed or something. They're supposed to attract butterflies, which they have. We've seen a few butterflies, but Heidi's gonna we're gonna weed eat all that down. All right, starting to rain. You know what that means? The storm is here. See that pan underneath there? Yeah, it's leaking either power steering fluid or transmission fluid from the lines, the cooler lines. And I just haven't got up in there and looked to see where it is. We'll probably drop the truck off and just have them look at it and do it. Do it. Makes it a lot easier for me to get this stuff done. Don't be afraid to pay people to do what they're supposed to do. That's the economy. It's okay to be a DIY guy to a certain extent, but you know, I could get that done. It's just which project then goes unattended, because now I'm working on that thing. Which, what do you guys think? Whenever we get a new truck, what should we get? Because again, we didn't buy this truck to haul anything. It can. The guy towed a big trailer with some sort of a thing behind it, some sort of a power thing, like a Bobcat or something. I'm sure it was too heavy for the truck. That's what he said. But the truck is able to tow 8,000 pounds in the configuration that it is. I mean, it's stripped out. It is a V8, but it's only, half ton, but it is, just a standard cab also. So, whenever you don't put metal on the truck, it makes the capability of the frame a little bit more. So anyways, tell me what you guys think. Should we go with an old body style? This is kind of old body style, but I'm talking about old body style like we used to have, like the 97 F250 with the 460 in it, and also the 95 F150 that we had with the 302 in it. Should we go with something that old, get a big block engine, or should I get something newer? Just let me know. Should I get an F-150? Should I get an F-250? Depends on the trailer, I know. All right, I gotta get in. Okay, so we've got a lot of water. I mean, the rain just started slowing down, but this is the second time that we actually seen this roof leak, which is to be expected. It doesn't surprise me at all. I don't know if I can get a light up in there, and we can see. Let's see here if this works. Maybe we can see where it's leaking at, huh? So that needs repaired. But good news. Check this out. My ditch digging thing worked. There's just a little bit of water over by the window, but all the other is going out my little ditch. And you can kind of see, or I can see now, what that guy was trying to accomplish with that pit over there, because the yard's all flooded over there. So that'll give us a different way of approaching that. And then the yard has a lot of low spots. It's all low. You can see there all around that tree. I don't know if you can see that through the screen. There we go. Yeah, all by that tree over there. That whole corner, everything's flooded. And then all back there is pretty flooded too. You can see why we need gutters, obviously. How'd you get off work? She's been working her butt off, haven't you?
Yep, not no more though.
She's an extra person at work, so she thought, well, I'm going to be an extra person.
Well,
She's cooking me Popeyes. Yeah. So we're.
I think I'm going to make a little dessert today.
Oh yeah, what are you making?
Oh, so I seen on TikTok.
Uh-oh. Whipped cream.
Nope.
Philadelphia cheesecake. No bake. Cheesecake. What are they?
I don't know. Crescent rolls. You wrap them up with cheesecake and lemon.
Ooh, sounds like good. All right, say goodbye to the crowd, and this is our update.
By the crowd, the rain sucks here.
Yeah, our kitchen guy's coming
at the end of the month.
What?
Yeah, I meant to tell you that.
What happened to like the 15th?
Yeah, he's a couple, about 10 more days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everybody.
I guess.
What can we can't expect anything
crap.
less.
Yeah, well, we only have one volunteer. We have one volunteer to take our money. How does that work? All right, so we got our son out here working his butt off for us, and we just have a little bit to do. If you can tell, or maybe not tell on the camera, we're not going to take any more down from this. We're going to fill this full of dirt. These 3 pieces here are going to be gone. And then we already took, remember I said there was some kind of a weird planter here or something? I don't even know what it was. We got that piece of wood out. We got that big, huge piece of concrete. You can see all the debris there from me jackhammering it apart. Our son, who stacked all this block up for us, we went through it and we cherry picked and really kept the nicest bricks by far. Didn't we?
Yes, this should be the last concrete brick
video.
rock video that we do.
The only thing we have left is a tree video. We're going to take all this and load it up in the truck and on the trailer. We're going to tarp it, and we're going to take it to the dump. That's where the Lone Ranger takes his garbage to the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. So it's 6 o'clock and we're pretty much all finished here. And Heidi says that as far as videos about concrete,
This is it.
this should be it. So this is it. This is our, how much was this? Somebody asked, or was, yeah, $285. You get it for a week. This is for the city. And the city is the cheapest in the area.
Yeah.
They are definitely the cheapest.
Yeah.
Oh, Heidi.
What?
She took the butterflies' homes away.
Yeah, that stuff wasn't.
You should got the electric mower.
I didn't feel like getting it out because I have actually heartburn.
Oh, we had some really good rice and chicken stuff that Heidi made. So you can see Heidi put down seed here. I still have to finish off the steps. And what I mean by that is put those boards in to cover up that bad concrete looking stuff there. So what we're going to do is just sand this down and son of a bitch. Well, that's junk.
I told you.
Yeah, this is a bad piece of wood. It's already cracked.
Look at this. I mean, it was a bad piece right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bad piece. Well, live and learn. We could put a new handrail on. You come up with an idea for what kind of wood you want up on top there. It could be a big, giant, fat piece, whatever you want to do. And maybe we can do that. All right, so the reason we're keeping this here, maybe you guys have asked or looked at, this is a piece of a coral reef.
Should crack it open.
Yeah, there might be gold, Spanish doubloons in there that were trapped. But yeah, we're finally good. Man, I can't believe we got rid of all the concrete finally. You know what? Listen on I'm filming with the phone, guys. But if you listen, Heidi, in the phone, can you hear everybody cheering?
Yeah.
So they don't have to hear about the concrete anymore.
Yeah, I'm tired of listening about the concrete. I think I'm more tired of listening about the concrete.
That's a lot. Holy cow. This is a lot. I mean, this thing's up to my belly here, and wow. We got a dumpster diver in our driveway. We got rid of all those landscape ties.
I think you broke that in half.
Oh, we got to wash the wagon again. All right. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where I was standing and which way. I mean, my face is covered in paint.
Yeah, I don't know how to get around that.
But I'm gonna spray it this way just to let you know.
Oh, then let me move. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Are you recording?
Yeah, oh yeah. Say hi to everybody through your smoky glasses. She's white.
We're doing another
really
professional job.
Yeah, right. Real professional. People are going to see this and come hire us.
Yeah.
And the only reason we're doing this wall is because other than these patches that need to be done, this wall is just this wall. There's nothing special.
Exterior wall, so.
Yeah, there's nothing special about it. obviously over there, Bud has already come down and scraped this wall down considerably. We need to resurface where the concrete block is bare. We'll put in some sort of a mortar mix, something, I don't even know, stucco stuff. And then here we're gonna have, then in this, yeah, we gotta get some poles because we wanna make sure that this is supported in 3 spots. And then we will go ahead and repair this with mortar repair, joint repair or whatever.
Or that fiberglass stuff.
Or the, well, I don't know about that. I mean, it works. But anyways, then this will get painted also. And then of course, this wall over here, we could probably paint if this big monstrosity wasn't in the way. And here's something that needs to be taken off. I guess we can just paint it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just leave it. Maybe somebody wants pegboard. But yeah, Heidi's just finishing this off. And looks like we used 2.5 gallons just for that little room. So we figured it out in here. And we need an additional 10 gallons to do all this. But we have a lot of work out here. We are learning from that. And that's why we're doing it in that room. We learned that you have to definitely protect everything. So what we'll end up doing is hanging tarps, probably half the room here across. We're going to tape off the windows, tape off the junction box, and then that's it. We'll do all of this roof here. We may at that point address the walls. I think we might. Now that wasn't our original game plan, but we might, since we have to go to the trouble of covering everything up. Then once all this is done on this side, we will then move everything we can, which isn't hardly anything at all, from this side over to there. And then we'll do this side, but we'll have to cover up the washer and dryer and all that. Yeah?
I need it.
You sure can't use that piece of cardboard?
Oh, I probably could.
Because I already cleaned it off for a while.
I have to up here.
Okay. Heidi wants to paint what she can when she can. Should hold it on the bottom. Oh, okay. So you can see the bathroom, what he's got going on there. Let me kick off my shoes. You can see that he's got it ultra white in here. This is the first coat, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first coat. So it's going to brighten it up compared to what it was, that's for sure. So today was a lot of things. I was editing video earlier and I'm out of breath. We kind of moved some of the sticks out of the pile to make it where I can mow through here and get a little closer to this until it's the next thing on our list. But when we tore out all the landscaping ties, you can see that I found a new one today. These areas were built up and put grass seed down. Heidi bought grass seed. She seeded all this area the other day and on the other side of the fence. Stacked that up. But yeah, we pulled the railroad ties or the landscaping ties out of here. Like I said, it was that stupid little, I don't even know what it was. Then I cut these back so I can mow a little closer to the pile. We had a lot of excess dirt, so me and Bud dumped some dirt here. You can see our grass starting to grow here, just little sprouts. But I took the cultivator today and that's what I was doing. I knocked down all these high spots where the landscape ties were there. They made little trenches. This grass filled in nice. You guys remember when I did the video of the jackhammer? There's a piece of concrete here, and that filled in nice too. This is getting there. I had to take our little handheld chainsaw thing and knock down some of these new branches that started growing on the old deal. We gotta get landscaping fabric and fill this full of dirt. And there's what I was throwing in. And then we filled in around the fence. You can see where there was low spots because the raccoons are back here almost every night, every other night for sure. And then we filled in that hole over there, which that's not going to stop them. There's other things that stop them. But this was the work today. Remember that hot tub used to sit here, and they built up this area quite a bit in height, so much so that it was above the window. And I showed that to you the other day, that when it rains it was filling in that window area. Well, we've got to get a window well, but we didn't want it to be that way. This ground should be lower and grading away from the house. So that's what I did today. I took the cultivator and basically that little ditch that I did have made out in the ground, I made everything pretty much as low as that. And then our son helped with all the excess dirt. Again, I loaded some of it up in our wagon, and then he loaded up the rest, and that's what we used it for over here and over there. So it's getting there.
I'm very dirty.
So Heidi says she's very dirty.
Filthy.
Well, we're both. I mean, we're dirtier than you can imagine. So how it all started, we did some seed the other day and put down the straw, and we went and recycled our cardboard. You know, we do a lot of reviews on these bicycles and stuff, and those boxes are huge, so we get so much cardboard.
Lots of cardboard.
Yeah, we had so much cardboard.
This is probably our 4th time to the recycling.
With the bed full.
Yeah. So I think that maybe I'll start doing some type of recycling.
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea. So when we came back, you can see how the truck's parked. The whole idea was, how about we figure out how to load it up with this wood, and then I can take it to the dump. Well, here's the thing. The pile was so big, I just told Heidi, I said, I don't see it happening. So we have a chipper shredder. It's just we don't like doing it. And you can see we got rid of that big pile today, and that was a lot of work.
I'm excited for it to go away.
Yeah, so am I.
Like, look how nice it looks.
We actually have a yard. We're getting our yard back. Yeah. We're actually getting more yard than we ever had before because we're getting rid of these areas that are dumb. So we still have, obviously, wood. And what we're thinking about doing is we have to go through the chipper shredder here and do what we can with what's there, which I see a decent amount that we can put through the shredder or the chipper. But I also see a lot of big stuff that's not going through the chipper. I think we'll just Facebook Marketplace and say anybody wants some wood, come get it, it's free. And it's getting late in the season and camping's still going on, so there could be some people that want this. And now that all the shrub is gone, all the scrub, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I'm sure they'll be saying, oh yeah, we'll take that. Before we was trying to, well, we didn't really try to get rid of it all, other than the deal.
I actually had it listed on Marketplace, and somebody messaged me about our house, and I ended up deleting the post.
Oh yeah, yeah. The funny thing is just because somebody moved into this house that people know or have known, and maybe they saw the house when they first moved in, and even then, I can't believe they think. And don't get me wrong, I'll have to say that if the house had all the repairs done the way we want them, there's not a nicer house on this entire street.
Right.
It's a big house. It's a nice laid out house. Outhouse. It's nicely laid out. Let me say that. And it has, all these city lots, and it by far it's brick, it's dry, it's structurally very sound. So I believe that there's people that are like, oh, she's got a really nice house. Oh, boy, she's got a really nice house. So whenever Heidi talks to this person and they say, or she puts it out on Facebook and they go, oh, hey, is that so-and-so's old house? And Heidi's like, yeah, that's her house. And he's saying, oh yeah, that's a really, really nice house. And Heidi said, no, it was trashy. We had a lot. And he said, his reply was, I don't think so. And I'm thinking, yeah, we just loaded up a 30-yard roll-off and a 20-yard roll-off of air and had 30 bags of air and took a crew of like 10, I don't know how many days. Yeah, that was junk.
10-yard of concrete. I already texted her, but just the outside pictures and asked, are you sure they moved out?
All right, so hell, there's one of the doors.
Big burning furniture. Here's a mattress. And what's the electricity running out here?
More furniture over here. Yeah. Another mattress.
Here your cabinet. The table I could redo.
Yeah, I didn't think we were allowed to burn here. It is what it is.
So it hasn't been very long since he's gone. Look.
There's another mattress.
Oh, they moved a mattress back here? Hilarious. What's that? A cell phone? Yeah.
Well, at least they looked at the hot tub.
You know what? So far, it's not good, but it's better. You know what I mean? Like there's no couches and.
Oh, that's good.
We got a lot of big stuff out. so far. I mean, there's a mattress in the basement. I haven't went in, but it looks like a disaster. I have one upstairs.
Wow. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll
You want me
do
to go first?
that.
He's got a gun on him.
Oh, same.
So I'll stay in the middle of you two.
Yeah. This area's gotten better.
They took the table with all the drugs. That sucks. Yeah. It's less stuff. It's more scattered out.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's look at the big stuff for sure. Yeah.
What's that?
No, I'm not really sure.
No, it still don't smell. I don't smell like dog.
It's because that would need it flushed.
Oh. Did you get a hold of Mike's Scarpa?
This is actually better. Water.
No, yeah.
It's the water running. Yeah, good ears though.
I called him.
Is it going to be available to
Audit. Easter.
for the weekend? Yeah. Oh man, I didn't get to see this room. Oh, this would be a nice little office or.
I'm still the room that I'm the most confused about. Holy.
It's a lot smaller than.
Thank God this is gone. I hated that
Well,
island.
that was just that wasn't real.
Yeah, I hated that
You know
thing.
what? There is like some wooden planks in the garage. Like they could be. I think it's flooring.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't work out too good. Okay, so here, here. Isn't that weird? Where's the fireplace? But there is no fireplace. That picture is not belong here.
Seriously.
Look,
Wow.
we have that picture from online.
From a few years back, and the realtor must have accidentally included another
Also,
one.
this is a very small room.
That's when he was staying there. We didn't go.
But this could be a nice office.
Yeah.
Yes,
A lot
I
of
agree.
Yeah. What is that?
It's just closet. It's tall. There's no attic access. This is a unique room. Boy, I love this flooring. The floors are a lot better than I thought. Now that we get to see them. What are you touching stuff?
Oh, they made steps.
It's all cleared out. Pill bottle
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. Let's see if I get this way in a shorter time.
There's a closet here.
Okay, we got mixed up on the wooden closet we did. Yeah, yeah. I just think that's before.
This is actually kind of bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, I saw in there when we came through the first time. Gonna bring my flashlight this time.
I got it.
Oh, cool.
Bother on my phone, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my flashlight in the
That
car.
works. More pill bottles.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this?
Oh, pill bottles there.
What's that there? Pill closet
Oh.
out here?
Thought they might want to take their needles, but I guess they didn't.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Wonder what this is, huh?
There's a laundry chute. Is there a laundry chute on
Well,
that
come
side?
and look, because I know you didn't notice. This big box here.
It goes nowhere. It's for the fireplace. Is there a
Oh,
fireplace down there?
Well, I didn't see one.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's the laundry chute. Here, smell that.
Phew. Snaky.
Where'd that door just close?
What's that?
I just heard a door close.
Oh.
Damn it, this door's off the hinges.
Would be off, like one of these gift cards would be good or something, you know what I mean?
Right?
Well, I'm going to try to organize the garage, and I've never really brought you guys in here and showed you all this stuff. Just because, I don't know, it's public. People get funny about this. It's the kind of comments we get are just ridiculous sometimes about the way they feel the garage should look, the way they feel about stuff we have, just in general, the way they feel. You know, I don't care if you share your ideas about what's going on, but the judgmental part of things sometimes is, the thing is I don't hold, and don't take this wrong with you guys that have been subscribers with us a long time. Even if you have been a subscriber with us a long time, you know, when it comes down to it, people's opinion don't really matter to me. I've never been that person. There's a certain level of acceptance that everybody has and wants. But overall, I just don't care. So since we moved in, obviously, you could see the kind of stuff that we had to buy to get back into a house again. Some of this wasn't necessarily needed, except like our back field or other side of the fence. I had to get a decent zero turn because it was a mess back there. It had been mowed for over a year, I think even longer than that. And then a trim mower, that's why we've got that over there. The grill is so we didn't have, and it's a disposable grill. It's so we weren't making arrangements to get a table outside for Heidi to set up if she decided she wanted to cook out. So that's why that's there. My son-in-law's air compressor, my son-in-law's chainsaw, our generator from the RV, hoses for a pressure washer because of all the work that we had to do, and the pole saw. Now, the reason I'm going through this is because back in the past, I remember that I did videos showing stuff in my garage about what we had in the garage, and people were fascinated by it. So that's why we're doing this, to show you whenever you move back into a house or what you may need to downsize when you decide to go RVing again. Like in our case, our big 42-gallon black tank that was strapped underneath of our fifth wheel, that's here. When we first hit the road, it was in our travel trailer in our pass-through, and then it was in the pass-through of our fifth wheel until I decided to mount it underneath, which worked out great. So we bought a cultivator. You've just seen all the work that I did with that to level some ground. We still have more work to do with that. I love these Hondas. I wish it was the old Honda that I had. If you go back and see when we downsized, I sold our Honda cultivator, and it was the old school one, the metal casing, everything. Still pretty decent. We bought a pressure washer, obviously do all the pressure washing we've showed on the channel. I had a pressure washer before we downsized. The chipper shredder's getting the crap worked out of it. That's something we bought just for property cleanup. The edger, we edged all the property with this. We plan on doing some edging for flower beds potentially, or redefining some flower area. Okay, that's roof paper. I thought it was, first minute, I thought it was landscaping. So we've done reviews on stuff, and that's what we're going to get into here, more importantly. This is a outdoor fireplace that we did a review on. It's awesome, but it's also there. We haven't used it because we went and got a fire pit for all the burning that we needed to do. Our cooler we did a review on. Heidi's redoing all this furniture. This is kind of be a hobby of hers. Right now we can't move this into the basement because I haven't finished painting the basement. So that's why that's there. Some of you may have just seen a review that I did on this the other day of the string trimmer and leaf blower combination. Our son's tools, my tools. This is a power station with a solar panel. I did a review on that. Some of this stuff is lingering, again, from whenever we had an RV. You can see here our favorite power watchdog. Love it. Super. Making stuff. That's our sign from whenever he did that for us. That was nice. And then we have tools here, string trimmers, all kinds of stuff. There's our ladder. There's my WeBoost mast that we used the whole time we were on the road. But now I'm going to get into an area. Oh yeah, the jackhammer I did a review on. So now I'm going to get into an area of this is where everybody goes, holy cow, what the heck? All these boxes are chargers, accessories, and it's not even all of them for bikes that we've done reviews on. And why would I still have all that? Well, we're in the process of doing a review on this table, and this void that's here, yeah, looks like I've got a bike shop. So a lot of you ask, well, how did you do the reviews? What are you doing the reviews? And this is where I expect all the comments to come bebopping through. Every one of these is calculated out in a manner that I figure out how much time and effort I will have into a video review, and then determine if I'm in fact wanting to do a review on the product. Not only that, but I'm taking a gamble that the product is worth reviewing. What you don't see here is probably another 7 e-bikes that we've done reviews on since February. It also doesn't show you all the solar panel and power banks that we've done reviews on. Whenever we get these, doesn't mean that we got them for free. I had to buy parts for this one here. That was something that I bought in addition to. These 2 9-bots on the end, we bought those outright. And I believe this one here, I can't remember. I believe I bought that one outright. I can't recall, because this is one of our favorites, believe it or not. Out of all these bikes that you see here, this is Heidi's favorite. And we've had this the longest. It does 38 miles an hour. It's got a suspension swing arm for the back, front suspension, and it folds. It's relatively portable. And it's got a pretty good range. But you can see what I've got to tend with whenever we have all of these bikes to review. So whenever people go, oh, what, you should give them away, and what do you do with them all? And, oh my God, you're so lucky they send you all this stuff for free. It's not free. There's a lot of work involved with shooting videos. Some of these I have to shoot multiple videos on, and I have to provide social media access, some high quality pictures and photos for the people, the manufacturers, so they can use those on their website as they decide, or in their social media or their marketing as they decide. I also have to send them raw files. So I've got a Google Drive that is loaded up with videos that they have access to that's in raw form, so they can take and use what they want. But each one of these indicates at least 45 minutes of assembly and at least an hour to an hour and a half of video just to capture that stuff. That doesn't include me sitting down and editing, producing, interacting, having stuff delivered, storing, all of this. I mean, there's a lot involved. So when you guys look at this and go, man, I would sure like to do reviews on e-bikes, be careful what you wish for. There's a lot of stuff. For example, this one here, fine bike, there's nothing wrong with it. This was, the throttle was broken when we got it. It busted. So here I had a review that I had to wait until parts come in to fix. There was another one like that. I can't remember which other one that was right off the top of my head. There was another one, though, that I had to repair before I did the review on it. There's, for example, these here. We love these. These are awesome. But I had to wait for the accessories to come. And then I had to shoot the video again showing the accessories. I mean, there's a lot that's involved with this. So this is what we end up storing. This is why our garage is always so cluttered. And what do we do with it? Well, again, I calculate out what the bike is worth. I calculate out how much time that I have on average to do a review with editing and all that. And then I figure out, is it worth it? Now, again, there's at least 7 other bikes that we've done reviews on that don't show up here. There are also at least 5, I think there's 5 total e-bikes that never even made it here. What I mean is they didn't get assembled and they didn't get reviewed because they were substandard. Or I don't know how many I just refuse outright. As far as scooters, I've refused so many scooters, it's ridiculous. They're always trying to send scooters. And believe it or not, there's a lot of e-bikes that try to get reviewed too. But these are the only ones that I really felt comfortable with doing a review on and figuring that it might be something that somebody wants. So you can get an idea of what's involved with all this. So don't think that we get this stuff for free and we're just making money hand over fist. Now we have to deal with Facebook Marketplace. Well, let me go back before we can get to that point. For me to do the interaction with marketing, a lot of times it's not marketing that we're dealing with. We're dealing with a third party. We're dealing with a talent team, somebody that goes out and tries to find people that are willing to do reviews on products. And we get bombarded with emails and we have to wade through it and sort through what's spam, what's not. Some of them just want information from us. I don't know how many times we've gotten contacted by these third-party companies that hunt down people to do reviews for their clients. They have their own firm and they have clients they sign on with. And these people have asked us for our demographics, our revenue stream, stuff like that. And here to come to find out, they just wanted that information. They had no intention of sending stuff to us. And there's a lot of times that we go through all kinds of conversation with some of these companies and they talk about, okay, the release date is coming up. Okay, we should be getting in touch with you soon. And this goes over 3, 7 to a year, 3 months, 7 months to a year. And then all of a sudden they'll let us know, you know what, we decided not to go that direction with that bike or that scooter or that power station or whatever. So be, again, careful what you wish for. Now, with that said, this is nice. I mean, I've got to try out a lot of bikes and we've got to find out which one we like the most. I'll have to say, out of all these bikes, if I was just a daily commuter and I just wanted to get from point A to point B and run errands and stuff like that, the Velotrix for sure. These two here, the cargo bikes, very nice, very good quality, well built. The battery range could be longer. I don't see myself going 50 miles on throttle only, especially if I'm loaded up. But as far as utility, very, very nice. These are very comfortable. They have dual batteries. They have longer range. I like those. Pretty decent. This one's got good quality for sure. This Van Powers, very, very good quality. Everything that we've got from them. If you remember, we had a chrome bike that we did when we were down in Florida still. Ingway is a great brand. If you're looking here, I talk about how many we've done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ingways. We're getting ready to have a 7th. I think we've already sold a couple. Great. And Again, if I had to do one, if I recommend one to anybody, this is the one. It's the Ingway Engine Pro Upgrade. Front suspension, mid suspension, good lighting, but not perfect. That's why we have auxiliary lighting, and good power. Battery life's good. We've been to the beach many times with this, up and over the causeway in Florida. It's just a good all-around bike. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It feels stable at speed. The only thing that Heidi's asked in the past, and I've never really gotten to that point, she said she wishes the handlebars were wider. Something maybe a little bit closer to this. And there's a modification on YouTube where a guy has cut this tube and actually mounted a standard set of handlebars on there. But yeah, I could see the handlebars needing to be a little bit wider, but just a great all-around bike. And the scooters are scooters. These, of course, are still the Swiss Army knife of portable scooters. They're not the fastest. They're not the slowest. They're not the lightest. They're not the heaviest. They are very portable, and they have a very good range. I can go a long time without recharging these, and they don't require a separate brick for a charger. You just plug them in. So these are great. The 9-Bach Max, I think it's a G30, or maybe this is the, I'm sorry, not Max, I think this is the LP. I just can't remember now. Sorry guys. We've had these for so long, and we purchased those were purchased. One of them I purchased down in Florida back in 2020, I believe it was. Yeah, so that's what's taking up all our garage. I'm trying to get it organized. That's why I've got this all tore up today, and I'm kind of stuck because I was planning on doing more work outside, and I had to get to the chipper shredder, and I couldn't without moving some of these bikes. And I thought, you know what, I'm tired of doing this. Let's get it there. Not perfect, but this needs to be reorganized. We're waiting for something to help with that. This needs to be reorganized. That needs to be reorganized. I can walk around though. I wanted to make sure that we could get through all the way, if needed to be, to the back door this way, in case this is blocked off for some reason, which it usually, well, basically was always blocked off, tell you the truth, but now it's not. And we're better. Not perfect. We got a lot to do. We have a lot that we need to organize. A shed would go far. That's why Eddie and I talked about it, and keeping all those concrete block back there. A shed would definitely go far, putting out in the yard. But what would probably be more feasible is a cargo trailer. And the reason is I could put that hoop down on the mower. I had that hoop up just because I was filming for you guys. That's the only reason it was up there. Usually I ride with it down. But if we had a cargo trailer, we could use that to move whatever it is we need to move, which seems to be something that comes into play a lot. I mean, the truck does a great job, obviously, but it could pull a trailer and do even a better job. And we could store the zero turn and some of the lawn equipment in there to open up the garage even more. So we'll consider it. We just don't know. So this isn't our forever home, and I don't know if I want to invest in a shed that would bring up the property value a little bit, maybe. But a cargo trailer would allow us to move a little easier if that is in fact what happens. So I think I need some more lights in here. I think I need probably 3 more lights in the back because it's awful dark in that corner there. So Heidi worked her butt off, and so did I. I'll be the first to say. Normally I don't say anything about it, but man, I'm whipped. You can see this fire, it's outside. It's because we just started taking that big pile that was back there and just dragging it up here and throwing it on the fire pit. What made it in, made it in. You can see this was completely empty when we started. Completely. Heidi had dumped it over there. You can see that's when we started. So the good news is this is cleaned up here. Our neighbor's sick over there, so we went over there and mowed his lawn for him real quick too. We've been watching our grandson today, meaning Heidi's been watching our grandson today. But we're slowly gathering back our lawn. Now, the goal here, which I don't know if it'll work or not, we're hoping, is that Heidi put it on, or will be putting it on Facebook Marketplace for free wood for them to just come and take this. It's magnolia and maple with only a couple of pieces of twisted willow or something, but hopefully somebody's will. This is a full-size pickup truck. Actually, I bet you could get all this in even a small pickup truck in the bed. Yeah, oh yeah. Now that I look at it, I mean, it's just thrown on there, mix matched. If you actually stacked it a little bit, you could get it all in there. Got bugs on me. Just putting my hand in front of the camera. So yeah, this one here, it'll be gone. This one here we're gonna cut up and keep for firewood. Occasionally we might burn something in the fire pit recreationally instead of having to burn. I mean, it gets old. I think our fire pit will end up going here. Unfortunately, this I thought I was going to use as a step, and it's broken. So now we have this piece of concrete to dispose of somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where we'll put it, but you can kind of see that we slowly put some concrete back. There's two pieces over there, and there's one block over there. And then way over there, I don't expect you to see it necessarily. Let me point it out. Just over the chair right here, right there, at the tip of my finger, is a decorative stone because a raccoon came in last night there, even though we filled that all full of dirt. But next on the table is to get this thing out of the ground. I was hoping that it was just screwed in here, but it's not. The top, that is. So I got to see what it's going to take to pull these things out of the ground. I hope they did not concrete them in. What I'll do is try to get them out of the ground. I want it to come out as in complete pieces possible. I'm going to flip it upside down, and we're going to put it on that little pull behind utility wagon we have, and let the neighbor down the street come and get it, because he wants to put this in his backyard because he has an elevated pool. He has a pool that has steps to go in it, and I told him, I said, yeah, you can have this, I don't care. But getting it out of the ground might be a chore. Did you work your butt off today?
Yep, more than I wanted to.
Yeah, Heidi's day off, and
Yep, you got your pants wet.
her grandson wanted sprayed with the hose. So that's what all this is about.
I can hear a little beep.
Yeah, we didn't shut the door right.
Yeah, we'll get the door shut.
Kind of fixed it.
You should see how good this stuff is burning. I dumped these hot coals over here, and there was a couple sticks that were still needing to be burned basically, but they were kind of warm. So I thought, well, I'll throw some other sticks on there and get them burned out. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but the air that's feeding the fire is actually coming from this brick here underneath. It's going underneath this brick and feeding the fire. It's almost kind of like a rocket stove, sort of. Looks like the grass is catching on fire now. Well, this should be pretty interesting. First, I want to show you guys that the porch is kind of done a little bit. I get to I want to leave that open. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of done. I went ahead and put the board back up, and then the roof, whatever you want to call it, this stuff. So that's all done. We didn't put any insulation up there. Maybe I'll do that at a later time. I'll take it down and spray some insulation in there or something. But the panels are back on the corners, and we finally got the wood out of here. We still have some trim and stuff that needs to go. This mirror was here with the house. It's okay. It's just, it needs to go. So, why am I coming out here? Because I always show you guys storms. And man, this is a wicked looking storm that's coming this way. Lots of lightning with this one. Winds only up to 40 miles per hour, but still. It should be a pretty good storm. Our son Buddy was asking, he said, do you think our power will go out? And I said, I'll tell you what, with all the lightning that's advertised with this one, if the power does not go out, and if all this lightning is actually here, it'll be a miracle. So we'll have to see what happens. And what I'm concerned with is they say 40 mile per hour winds, and it could be a concern because I started, since I was working yesterday, you can see I moved the fire pit, scratched the ground there a bit, and I moved the fire pit over there. I think that's probably where it'll be. And I did kind of flatten that off a little bit more with the chainsaw. But getting back to what I was saying, I hope that wind isn't too drastic, because look at this. Right? I don't think it'd blow her very far though. It's so heavy. But yeah. Hear that? Yeah, it's wicked. I need to get inside. You know, it's a running joke, or it's not a joke, but it's they say that I can't remember where I heard it, that men get hit by lightning more than women. And I'll tell you right now, I know that if Heidi was here, she wouldn't be out here. But yeah, look at this. It's pretty brutal, right? Yeah, the rain's starting to fall. Hopefully, this does pretty good over here. You know, it has so far. It's been raining this morning pretty good. But it has so far. It seems to be moving away. It's not hanging out here anymore. So we still have to put in window wells. We counted them. We got to do one on the side. We have to do this one. There's two. And Heidi and I talked about it, and we're thinking because of how low it is and close to the ground, we're going to do 3 here, just a short one, and then that one there, so 4. Heidi says, oh, I'm going to stop at the store, the convenience store, before I come home. She should be getting off work any time now. And I told her, I said, you may want to come home right away. And I showed her the picture that I just showed you guys. Church bell's ringing. It's 6 o'clock. And yeah, we'll see what this storm brings. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed that deck over that way. Hopefully we're all right. Well, we definitely have some crazy storms coming in. He was saying that, this weather guy's been around for a while. He knows this area really, really, really well. We watched him for years. And he said that the Weather Service, National Weather Service, actually put a tag that says destructive for the wind. He said he's never seen it, and it's because they are recording winds, gusts of 75 to 80 miles an hour. So that's interesting. But if you go outside, it's right now it's just mainly lightning. The sirens go on and off, back and forth. You could hear roars of thunder for a period of time. Ooh, the trees are starting to move just a little bit. Oh yeah. Here we go. It was very still out here. If, for some reason, we get 80-mile-per-hour winds, that tree, you see the stuff falling to the ground right now. See how it just landed in our yard, or our sidewalk? That tree, pieces of that, will come down and take out our power, for sure. There's a transformer out of that pole. There's no doubt about it. And the thing is, we've had that rain for the last couple days. It's been pretty good, and the ground is very soft. So I know the roots over there it's not winter thaw soft, but we got a lot of water on the ground that those roots probably loosened up a little bit. Yeah, this will be interesting. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Oh, there's another leaf. Yeah, why?
Oh, for the generator? Without the power on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I rearranged the garage the other day.
That's not the only reason.
Well. Oh, hear them? Hear the wind?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They said that these winds, the storm is traveling at 65 miles an hour. And then, of course, the winds there, 70 to 80 mile per hour gust. It was so still here. I mean, whenever we heard the sirens go off, we thought it was a mistake. Oh my. Holy cow.
Thunderstorm warning. Now, out of watch.
Oh my. This is bad. This is really bad. Holy cow. Oh, this is no joke. Power's out there in the pole.
Oh, lock that door so it don't get blown open. Oh, it went out across the street.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Bobby's trash can's wide open. I can't go out there. It's cold.
What are you trying to do?
I was recording.
What do you need?
I was recording.
Oh. There's already leaves and shit on her. You think the door open?
No, you want to close it.
You don't want to see these bright colors. Potentially destructive winds.
Our cameras are probably getting blown all off the... Yeah. Yeah, no, go hit the disarm. Heidi's working on her day off. Look at this big pile she's got.
We all work on our days off.
We all work on our days off, yeah. But look at the backyard. There's no piles. Pile of bricks.
We did at 8 o'clock this morning.
She started at 8 o'clock this morning. I started my 2-hour sleeping at 8 o'clock this morning. I don't think it was 2. I don't think I got up at 10, did I?
Yeah, you got up at 10.
Yeah, it shows you how hard I worked. So our problem is the wood that we have here is this stupid magnolia, and it does not like, yeah, it's really damp. It doesn't like it at all.
Have to take the leaf blower to it and juice it up.
Yeah, which is fun, because we got a nice leaf blower. We went out and got the industry's most powerful handheld blower. It does a really good job. Here, I'll just show you. First of all, it's got a switch. We could just leave it on if we wanted and just point it at the fire. Look, I'll put the switch on like the lowest setting. We could do this and just let it go. Or you're gonna get smoke on you. Heidi's getting smoke on it. Yeah, we could just leave it like that. Or we could make the switch go up a notch. We could leave it like that. By the way, Heidi and I was using this to cool off earlier.
That works too.
It looks really good. Or we could put the switch like that. That works. Or we could put the switch like that. That's all the way. Or we could pull the trigger and then hit the turbo button. Ready? So that's what we're doing to get this thing going.
It really makes a difference, though.
Yeah, it does.
Burned all that wood.
Yeah, our again, this magnolia just doesn't burn. I mean, that's all there is to it. Now, we still have some of that crooked willow, whatever
Not
that
much.
is. Yeah, not much of it. So
Yeah.
it reminds me, this firewood that we're burning, Heidi's dad years ago said that he had some firewood that it took 5 good pieces of wood to burn 1 bad piece of wood. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to, yeah, we're trying to burn up
I
this
had
crappy stuff.
at least 5 people on Marketplace say they wanted it, and then you got crickets.
Everybody wants it because it's free.
Well, and you know,
Dibs.
a couple.
Oh,
people,
never mind.
A couple people just wanted the address, and since it was behind the gate, I wouldn't give the address.
Yeah. It don't make a difference where the address is. When are you coming to get it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's where the crickets happened.
Yeah. So now we got to get rid of this concrete that's over here, like you saw on the video that I clipped from that camera up there in the window. The truck was more than happy to pull this stuff out, all except it did a little burnout right here. Just the one little thing on that one. But look how crappy everything that these people did with the fence and that deck. Look at who does a concrete job like that? I have never seen people that have cemented in post that much of the post don't have cement on it. See the holes? That was what's sticking up. All that was in the ground. How does that even work? How does that work, like this post here? I mean, I don't get it. And the thing is I don't know that much about putting post in ground and stuff like that, but I know that you have a frost heave. You have to be so deep before you can avoid it. Look at these ants, son. See that?
Where?
Ooh, that's nice. Go get your spray.
We have spray.
You see the little hole?
Oh,
Yeah. So we had
I didn't spray the yard.
we had a bug guy come, and unfortunately, I don't think his bug stuff works so well. So
He doesn't spray our yard. Ouch. He doesn't spray our yard.
that's the nice thing about this yard, is how smooth and even it is. As Heidi twists her ankle. So of course the trailer relegated itself over there now. It's well, it works. But yeah, for how much wood's there and how hot those coals are, this stuff should just be livid. It should be going to town, but it's not. Right there, you see the nice sandy McSanderton? You can't see that hole. There you go.
I stepped on one over here.
Oh no, the hole with the ants in it. Yep, that one there. Nice. Save some for me. I'm gonna make some tea out of that. Some ortho tea. But the bug guy came, and I honestly don't know if he did too good of a job, because the day he left, the very next day, we had yellow jackets on our front porch, and they were swarming. So he even said something about yellow jackets. He asked us if we had a problem with them. I said no, not really. And then we talked about some in the back porch that got into the window that just flew in. And anyways, it's like everything else. Our kitchen counter is coming along. I'll update you guys on that at another time, because I have to plumb it. I have to do all the plumbing, and it's a handful because it's got a built-in dishwasher, has to have 2 cold water supplies, and we got to put a new faucet in, and we have to also,
We do that on Thursday.
yeah, maybe I'll do it on Thursday. We also have to do something else. Oh, the garbage disposal. So, and I got to replumb the old drain. They didn't block it off. So, and I have to make a seal for the bottom drain. I have to make a seal down there somehow. So, just fun all the way around.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
In close quarters. Sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's our update. Heidi's got a smooch on me. Oh, she's squeezing me to death. Yeah. You're strong. Moving all that long.
Burnt today, but maybe it's only 4.
We got, well, the nice thing is we're going to have a couple cool nights. So, all right, I'm done. I'm finished. Oh, I didn't show you the garage. There'll be a review that you guys have already seen, I think, at this point. Yeah, you have seen at this point. Alexa, turn on garage light. So it's a little bit more organized there. You see down the side.
You need more shelving, and actually you need different shelving because you're bricking that one.
Yeah, I know.
Bricking the wall.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Yeah, I need, we got to find a place for this ladder, which is probably going to be up in the rafters. That's going to be the best bet for sure. And I need a shelf over here that has chemicals on it, because that's the way it was in our old house. It worked great. Well, we had paint on one side and chemicals on the other, and I just got used to it, and it's kind of
You actually had to.
Yeah, on the side of the garage at our old house, we had a couple cabinets that were filled with paint. But yeah, now I can at least do some of these reviews with a little bit more ease, but we still need to make this more defined for lawn and garden and tools, and the middle is just going to have to be held for projects until winter comes, and then it's for a car. So, yeah.
Baby needs a car.
Yeah.
A garage
Yeah.
for her car.
Heidi never, I don't think, but maybe 1 year?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 year.
It was only part of the year.
She's never,
I'm a
ever,
crybaby.
never, ever, ever had her car not in a garage for the winter.
And we really don't care much about this car.
Yeah.
It's the idea.
Of cleaning all the snow off and crap.
And because if I worked afternoons, it'd probably be no big deal. But I work mostly days.
So I'm thinking shed again. Because we just have too much. I don't know how else to get around
Well,
it.
we need to. The thing is a big portion of my stuff's in here. Once we finish the basement.
Right. I can't.
There's a lot of stuff that can go down in the basement that's in here.
I can't do all those bikes in the basement. That's too much work. In and out of the basement.
Bud and I'll do it. 'Cause it'll be
We still have a lot of lawn and garden. I
Yeah.
mean, there's still.
Yeah,
But
we could put some.
I don't know what that was. Something fell. Your jug?
No.
What was it? Oh.
But yeah, we still got some organizing to do.
All right. Say bye to the camera because I'm tired.
Oh, bye. I'm gonna go get some Dunkin', I think.
Ooh. I don't want
Want
any.
ice cream?
No, ice cream's too hot.
Cockeye ice cream is closed.
Yeah.
Or I just looked it up.
No ice cream anyways. I'm too hot for that.
Popsicle.
No, I'm just going to get a nice drink of iced tea.
Oh, we don't have any.
What?
Oh, store bought.
Yeah.
I bought tea bags today.
Okay.
I found them.
Yeah, we usually do decaf, but because our sink is down, we've been eating out, and we got plates and paper plates and stuff. So anyways, all right, I'm out of here. Well, Heidi's at work, and I'm going to continue on with her work that she started yesterday, even though we got a little bit of rain that's coming through here, just the tiniest bit. I had my light jacket on earlier because today's high is only 66, which is pretty cool. Then we go into a heat wave. Go figure that out. But Oh, well, I don't know about a heat wave. Let's just say we're in the 80s and 90s for about a week with no chance of rain whatsoever. But this is it. What you're seeing there, that's what I was showing you. And then this here, this is the last of all of the tree. Oh, man, it's just been a lot of work. I mean, there's nothing left. Nothing at all. Of course, of the stumps. But this wood is really hard to get started. Not the stuff with the bark. That's that crooked willow. The other stuff, the magnolia, it's just really, really wet. I've been stoking it with the leaf blower. And of course the fire gets big there for a while, but the problem is whenever you do that, all that does is to get the coals hot. It's not, the moisture has to be forced out of the wood, and that's usually a slow process. So I'm going to try to expose it to as much heat as I can for as long as I can, and hopefully it'll burn away. It should. I think the rain will hold off. Like I said, it's just a real light misting. A barren piece of concrete. And one fighter left. And it's a tough one. Anything to make it to where I can't say I've had success. I got this one piece of magnolia that just won't burn it. I don't have any other wood to get it going. Yeah, well, that's the way things work. Maybe it'll eventually go away. Well, we've got quite a disaster in here. And it's because the countertop is now finished. But that doesn't mean the work's finished. Look at that. Even got a backsplash up, covered up. He's got the tiles glued in there, which is pretty awesome. He cut this out for us. These are just pencil marks that are up here. They just wipe away. Well, they don't look like they wipe away too easy. But you can see where the range hood goes. This guy did an exceptional job. We finally found, we were telling him, I think this is the third person now that we can actually count on to get work done. And he actually entertained the thought of what else we needed done in the house. He does cabinet work, so he said he'd do all the trim around the doors. He said, of course, if you have, bigger jobs, he could give us a little bit better of a discount because of, even though he's not that far away, he says, I could bring out my truck and trailer and I could set up and I could be here for a longer period of time. So we're thinking about having him do something down here maybe. I don't know how Heidi feels about that yet. Initially, we were going to replace it with doors and a shelf and all that stuff. Then at some point we decided, it'd be nice to have that big open storage area. We'll just paint. Heidi's going to paint all the cabinets. And anyways, have it that be an open storage area. And then she started thinking about doors. So we were thinking, well, maybe if he could do the trim around the door here, maybe the trim then around this door. I'll show you here. Which it needs, obviously. Maybe that could be something that we could work in conjunction with some other stuff, which is the bathroom upstairs and also the attic. Our closets are our sleeping quarters, our bathroom and everything. It's in the attic of the home. But anyways, we'll talk about that whenever. However, getting back to what I was doing in here. First of all, I don't know if you could see the steam. God, look how filthy that window is. I sprayed it off with the hose the other day. And then we blew dust, or we was burning firewood. Anyways, you see that steam coming up? I had to turn the furnace on this morning, try it out. Yep, thank you, Ohio. It's giving us a glimpse. You can see the disaster underneath there because I still have all that work to do. I started it yesterday knowing that he was coming in to finish the cabinet because the sink needs to be assembled so far out of the cavity, and then you put it in whenever you want it mounted. So that's what I was doing, and unfortunately I had to do some work down in the basement before with plumbing for this drain specifically. And of course we went shopping and we had to buy, a garbage disposal. She wants a garbage disposal in there also. Had to buy a faucet. We still need to buy a drinking water dispenser, even though, again, the water, man, their city water is some of the best water that Heidi tested. The same test that she uses whenever we were on the road and we went to all these different locations, across the country. We would always test our water. And, it was really, really good compared to, what we had on the road. The only place that even come close to this here is Alabama. Alabama's water up in the Montgomery, Alabama area, that water was exceptional. This water here for city water is exceptional. There's just a little bit of a chlorine taste. So that's what we put a filter on, is to get rid of, we just put a filter on for taste. We don't need it for anything else. There's no heavy metals, nothing like that, which I find that odd because I would imagine that the plumbing that goes to this house is pretty old, from the city street. Lead in the pipes, whatever. I would think that would be the case, but we have no heavy metals. Nonetheless, we like to have that water filtered for taste. And I think with this extra little hole in the back of the sink, I might be able to do that. I'll have to see what size it is, and then I'll just put a simple filter system underneath here. So Heidi's happy.
Yeah, we finally have a kitchen.
Fully functioning kitchen. We're not finished with it, but it's fully functioning. As you can see, they finished off, I don't know how much we showed before, but they finished off the cabinet. Same here. They trimmed it out. We're going to paint this. We don't know if we're going to put doors up or shelves and keep that open for storage. Same with underneath here. Could do a big drawer maybe. The stove's in. Works pretty darn good. I just installed the hood, which, thank God. That was pretty much the end of it. Now, you can see there's some tiles that are taped up. They're already adhered. We could probably pull that tape off, but we need to put grout in between a couple of them. You can see there's just some cracks. The dishwasher, fully functioning, works great, exceptional. I've wired in a switch down here for the big garbage disposal. I do need to clean up, obviously. Oh, there's some tools. But yeah, so we have it looks like just chaos down here, which I'm not going to say it's not chaos. It's just what's required when you have that much stuff. So
Organized chaos.
yeah, a sprayer. We got kind of used to that a little bit when we were in the RV for so long. But yeah, 3/4 horse garbage disposal, and it's pretty deep. The dishwasher's pretty deep. It does a pretty good job. You just put the thing in its mode. This will be too tall.
These are already washed. I use this for drying.
Oh.
I washed the dishes this morning and I put them all in here, and then I moved them over here.
Ooh.
So
cool.
because we have to seal under here yet, so I didn't want to put my real soppy wet dishes
Yeah,
over here.
It's
So I mean,
just the nature of this sink that there's a raise here. Yeah. It's during manufacturing, I'm sure. So there is silicone on the base. We just need more. So we're going to inject some more silicone here.
City water leaves water spots.
Yeah, yeah, which we kind of knew. We lost our water purifier because it did clip onto the thing. So we're going to put an under-the-counter purifier, just a single stage filter, something like this, of course, bigger. And we'll just have a drinking spout here. So there's one more thing I have to install underneath there to make it to where we want it. But we can still drink the water. We keep on saying that. You can drink the water. There's nothing wrong with the water.
we have. I think that it would taste better if it was in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
'Cause it is, well, because the temperature's been kind of warm. The water's kind of warm.
It's just got a little bit of chlorine,
Yeah. Some
but
days more than others.
the kitchen is functioning.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it, I guess we could say. The next thing is obviously making it look nice. Heidi wants to paint all the cabinets, probably going to be white. And again, we've got to finish off these doors. Sorry about bouncing you guys around so much.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure it's gonna be white, the cabinets, if we're gonna keep the beige or tannish tile, which we'll probably will, because that'll keep the cost down, and B, the time spent in here redoing it.
yeah, there's stuff obviously we need to do still. It's just we wanted to make it functioning.
Yeah.
So the stove is fully functioning, all ready to go. The overhead thing, hood,
installed that.
I just got done with it. Fully functioning, everything's done with that. Of course, the microwave and the oven's been fully functioning, no problem with that. The dishwasher fully functioning. The drain, had to redo the plumbing downstairs. So the sink is fully functioning. Everything's fully functioning. That's the best part.
I was making sure he was on
Yeah.
but he's not.
Yeah, that notification was somebody going in and out of doors or something, or just something to do with the alarm system. So that's it. We're finally able to use this kitchen the way it's supposed to.
Should be able to see it in better
Thank God.
capacity.
Heidi can actually
a little bit
cook.
later. Yeah, I cooked on it already.
Yeah, but not
Not
we
full
ju-
blown.
Yeah, just full blown.
Like this, we got an oven, we got the cooktop, because I was using just the induction cooktop, which I was doing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I needed two.
Yep.
But I did it since May. It's September now.
We should be good.
It'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm happy. All right, back to
Very
work.
happy.
We got to go mow the lawn today, and it's 90.
Yeah. I think
Fine.
you're gonna let me go first.
Yes.